Yo, salute everyone. Salute, salute, salute. Good evening, everybody. Knicks Real Talk pregame show, talking all that jazz. Knicks going down there in Utah today, man. It's 9 o'clock game tonight against the Utah Jazz. Knicks out there in Utah trying to get a win tonight, man. So we're going to try to get a popping tonight down there in Utah and all that good stuff, man. We're going to get into everything, break everything down, go over the injury report, the starting lineup, keys to the game, all that good stuff, man. And we get into all that. But first and foremost, salute to the chat for everybody getting up in here. Let's get it popping. Salute to everybody where we're streaming them from, checking us out, man. We here, Knicks Real Talk. You know, we on schedule as always. We're going to bring the panel in later on, man. We're going to bring Shaw Powers going to get in the building with me. KJ, hopefully get up in the building, man. We just going to get a pop and talk Knicks. Got a lot of stuff going on around the NBA today. We got some trade noise out there, some chatter, possibilities. We just going to get into all that, man, and break it down and see what's popping. So I hope everybody had a good day today. Took care of your business, man, and all that good stuff, man. And we in here to get it popping. Big task. Salute my brother Bodega Wi-Fi in the building early, man. We appreciate y'all coming in. You already know how we do. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to a game that where we can bounce back and get a win tonight. We need it in the worst way. Maybe we can get out here and try to get down to Utah and try to get a W. And try to break this losing streak, man. We played a tough game the other night in LA. We almost had it popping, but it just didn't fall our way at the end. But that's all right. You know, we live to fight another day. And we just got to keep that Nick energy going, man. And we just get it popping. We really need a victory tonight, man. We're going to try to stay and compete, to stay in this hunt. We're going to really have to go out there in Utah and try to win tonight. Because after this, man, we got the Warriors. We got it pretty tough. We got Denver Nuggets tomorrow. We got the Warriors after that. So it's going to be pretty tough after that. So we got to try to go in here and try to get a win tonight, man, and all that good stuff, man. So I'm going to break down everything right quick. Then I can bring my man Shaw Powers in here. We get in here and get it popping. And then let's just get it, man. And like I said, we got some noise to talk about going around the association, like I said earlier. But it's here. I'm here. It's your hostess with the most. It's your man Divine. You know I'm here, and we ready to get it popping, man. My man Rodney Mizell up in the building. My man Rodney, salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you getting in here to get it popping. Let me get all of everything out the way, man. You got a game tonight at Utah, 9 o'clock. Knicks going to Utah, trying to get a win against that team, man. Got a pretty decent team down there. They fighting to try to get to this championship level where they want to go, but they got an injury with my man Ingles, so that kind of threw a monkey wrench in their game. So let's see if they're going to wheel and deal and try to get their thing popping. But let's get into the starting lineup tonight for the New York Knicks. Tonight, man, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Evan Fournier, and Alex Burks. Kemba Walker will not be playing tonight because they got a back-to-back. I think they're going to sit him out tonight. Then they're gonna give Alex Burks a go. And that's what it's going to be for the Knicks. So that go to lineup for the Knicks. Like I said, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Robinson, Fournier, and Alex Burks. For the Utah Jazz, they got Jordan Clarkson. That's the injury. I'm bad about that one. We got Boy Donovich, Royce O'Neal. Center going to be Udoka Azubuike, Donovan Mitchell, and Mike Conley. For the injury report is concerned, New York Knicks, we probably don't have too much going on there. Derrick Rose, it's pretty much went out for the Knicks, and Lucas Hamilton out on the two-way, as we know. And for the Utah Jazz, they got Jordan Clarkson, Rudy Gay, questionable. Rudy Gobert, questionable with that calf injury. And Joe Ingles out because he tore his MCL early in the week, or last week, a couple of weeks ago. So he's going to be out for them. But let's get it popping, man. Let me bring in my partner in crime, man. We're going to get it popping in here with me today. I got Shaw Powers in the building with me. Shaw Powers, what's going on with you?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. King Ribby, salute everybody. Let's salute, man. We ain't got no Kemba Walker tonight, for sure. So that's going to be interesting to see how that go down. But other than that, man, we out there in Utah. We need to go get this thing in the worst way, and try to get a victory, man, and get up off this losing streak here, man. We've been losing for 4 games in a row. And we've been looking kind of dismal, man. We've fallen out of grace, man. And hopefully we can get back into this thing somehow, some way, and try to make some rights out of some wrongs, man, and try to get it popping. So let's see if the Knicks ready to be up for the task. They came out there, played against LA. I'd love to see them repeat that same energy they brought against LA, but this time when you hold on to what you're doing and just bring your defense to the forefront again, because as I said, the last time we did it, our defense wasn't there. And we wanted to give them 122 in overtime. Pretty much that was the tail of the tape right there. So, but that's water under the bridge. We're ready to go out here in Utah and let's get it popping, man. We need this one. We really do, man. We really need to go in here and get this win and try to stay in this hunt, man. Because they got some interesting games in the association. We'll break all that down later. But we want to go get it tonight, man. So I'm looking for a good game tonight. I hope we carry that same energy going into this game tonight. the way we did the other night, man. I think that was a good game overall. Just from, just like I said, we collapsed at the end, that 31-point third quarter. The Lakers took advantage of that. We only scored like 13 or something. They outdueled us, and that's what got them back in the game. And after that, it was just nip and tuck the rest of the way. But that's all right, though. We get it popping tonight. Donovan Mitchell and them guys going to be hungry. Well, they trying to get it popping down there because they got big expectations down there. Them guys trying to get in there and try to get a championship under their belt. So Mike Conley down there, he playing tonight. Donovan Mitchell playing tonight. They got a nice backcourt back there. I'm glad Alex Burks playing tonight because Alex Burks give us a little size. Going up against Conley. Conley is a savvy veteran. You know what I mean? So he's going to be tough to deal with. But I think Alex Burks' side helps us out a little bit there. We got to see what Evan Fournier going to be able to do with Donovan Mitchell unless they put R.J. Barrett on him and switch that up a little bit and put a better defender on him. And so we'll see how that goes, man. But I think we can win this one, though. This is one we got to win. I mean, because I said we lose this one, that we're going to Mile High tomorrow in Denver. That's going to be a pretty tough game to play with that atmosphere. Now, you know how it is when you go down there. That atmosphere is pretty tough down there with that air consumption out there and everything. So, but we'll see how we get a pop. We know Will going to be in the building down there tomorrow. Will going to be in the building down there, and he's from Colorado. He said he's going to the game. So Will Shank is going to be down there. Hopefully, he can give us some little updates of what's going on down there, man. But Shaw Powers, man, what's up, man? Talk to me, brother. You ready to get a pop in tonight?
Yes, sir, Divine. I'm here now. So what's going on, man? Yeah, once again, another big game for the New York Knicks tonight. I'm going down here trying to get off this losing streak that we're on. Some big matchups that you put out there and stuff like that. And I think the one that you just said, I think RJ will probably play. I think RJ has switch off from Fournier guarding Donovan tonight. So excuse me, Divine. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I get it because I think he could play Bogdanovich. You put him on Bogdanovich because he's just a 3-point shooter. Let RJ play Donovan Mitchell. Put Fournier on Bogdan, and maybe because he just pretty much a 3-point shooter like Fournier is. He can go to the rack, but that's not what he do. So I think Fournier have an easier time dealing with Bogdanovich and dealing with Donovan Mitchell. So me personally, if I would tip, I would just get like he has been doing lately, been putting RJ on the best player. He put him on LeBron James, the game before that, he put him on the best team's player. And I think that's what he need to do tonight, just to give us a chance to slow them cats down. If no Rudy Gobert tonight, then that's a different story right there. Maybe Mitchell Robinson won't have a tougher time, but as a Pookie, coming, he could ball coming out of Kansas. He's pretty decent. So we're gonna see how they're gonna go tonight. It should be interesting, be some fun matchups there. But let's go, man. We definitely need a shot, Howell, because we need to get this win in the worst way tonight.
Yeah, one of the big things tonight, if Gobert's not going to be in there, we need Mitch and the whole team to really grab some rebounds tonight. I think if the more rebounds we grab tonight, the bigger the deficit in rebounds against this team, I think we can have a better chance of winning. It's all about the team tonight, man. If they come out ready to shoot, and the first and third quarters is what I always say, man. You come on that first quarter and get a good start, and you come on that third quarter, you have a good start, and you more than likely going to win the game and stuff like that. So that's what I hope to see. Like I said, once again, big thing tonight is about rebounding. We have to get out there and really command the defensive and offensive rebounding.
Yeah, facts, real talk. We definitely got to do that because we that team they can rebound pretty well. Like I said, they got some shooters down there. Mike Conley, a dog. He part of that grit and grind from Memphis back in the days. So we got a hand cut out for us, man. We just got to go down there and play some Knicks basketball. I like the way, like I was saying, man. We need to have that same type of intensity and the same ball movement that we had when we played the Lakers. Shot Howard. I think that ball was moving real well. I think the energy was there. You seen Randall playing defense. He was doing his thing a little bit down there. So you know what? We just got to get back at it. We got to just try to get this win, man. We need it. We need it because the season's going along. It's moving fast. We don't got that many games left. We want to try to stay in for this play and this buy-in. We got to go out there and compete on the high level tonight for 48 minutes. And I think if we can play for 48 minutes, I think we'd be all right. Yeah, Rodney, I'm hoping I see that as well, man. It'd be a nice night for him to get some burn tonight, especially without Kemba. I'm hoping that he can do that, man. Great point there, man. I would love to see him get some burn tonight. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think this is one thing what Tiz probably would need to do tonight, get Cam some run, man. And see what he can do, because I think he can help us no matter what. The man got a talent. Now that you got Kimba out, there's no reason why you shouldn't play Cam Reddish tonight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or something of that nature. And if you shorten the rotation and don't put that man in, that might tell us something that report was saying about Tibbs didn't want him here. If you don't play him tonight, knowing that Kimba's not playing, and that means you got a free spot open, you got to get Cam Reddish and Burn tonight. I just think it's the right thing to do, man. And if you don't, then that's gonna make me feel some type of way. Because why wouldn't you not give him Burn when you got a free roster spot there?
Mm-hmm.
Because Kimba's not playing. So let's hope that Tibbs throw him in there tonight. And he's gonna give a young man a chance to help the ball club. He got a skill set that can help us all around. He can D up, he can score. Get a young man some opportunity, man. It's time for them to forget all that other stuff, man. Let the man play, and then see what we could do with that, man. Because I think Cam Reddish definitely can help the Knicks out in that matter, man. But like I said, there's gonna be some key matchups. Obviously, like I said, we got to find a way to contain Donovan Mitchell, and you got to put RJ on him. You have to put him on RJ on him, and let it go. And like I said, put Fournier on him, and I think Julius Randle, him and Royce O'Neal, they'll go at it. I think Mitchell Robinson and Azubuike will go at it. So I think we got a good chance to come out here and win this thing, Shot Powder. I don't think it's too far fetched that we play the way we could play the way we played against the Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and them. There's no reason, absolutely, that we can get in here and get it popping against them. I think we just got to go out there and play hard. Hopefully, RJ Barrett continue doing what he's doing. Hope Julius Randle had that amazing game that he had against the Lakers, 32 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. Other than turnover, we always got to harp on that. But other than that, he played a phenomenal game. He was moving the ball, playing defense. Fournier didn't have a great game. Maybe that could be the reason why we didn't pull that out, because he didn't have a great game. Hopefully, he can bounce back. Shot Powell, and that helps us to a victory tonight.
Yeah, the one thing that I've noticed, man, as bad as we've been playing this whole year, we're really still in the hunt right now. We still have a chance to do something this year. And if we could put together some games, 4 quarters, like we did against LA in the first half of those first 2 quarters, we should be able to get finally a 5-6 game winning streak going on, man. The team, I don't know what happened in the second half of the game. The movement of the ball slowed down. Randall started doing a lot of his isolation moves and stuff like that. Fournier wasn't hitting his shot and stuff like that. So it was some things. Mitch stayed on the bench a little too long. There's a couple of things that happened in the game that could have probably helped change the game, because we had the game, and then we still had the game when RJ hit that beautiful jump shot from the right corner over there, man. That's his side over there. That's where he hit that other bank shot. He hit a couple of big shots from that side of the court this season. So you just got to get out there, play with some pace, man. That first 2 quarters of the night was pace personified right there, man. They were running the ball. They were passing the ball. No hesitation. Everybody knew where everyone's going to be. And if we could get back to that, a couple of games, we need a couple of games, man, to stay kind of, because the margin from us being in the 12th place to the 6th, 7th space is starting to be 4 or 5 games now. So that's a little harder to achieve, to get to that 4 or 5, especially if we're losing. If we're losing, that ain't gonna make no difference. But we need some help right now, man. And there's a lot of things out there. There's some more super duper rumors out there right now. This is crazy right now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all that. We get into the trade talk and everything, man. We ain't gonna miss a beat tonight.
Right, 71 points and a half, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
almost
you got. I hope you can replicate that.
Yeah, man. That's almost a whole game, almost
a whole
right
game.
there.
Yeah, man. And that's what I'm saying. They ran the muck up in LA, man. And the only thing happened that night was our bench didn't have it. Our bench didn't have it. We need our bench tonight in the worst way. Emmanuel Quickly and Obi and Grimes, they did not. They laid goose eggs the other night. Except for my man had 4. But we definitely need them guys to have a better game tonight. We want to see Quickly and Grimes start knocking down some trade ball down there. And maybe that might be the end all be all to help us get out there and get a win tonight. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I think we got to go out there and compete. Like I said, that game against the Lakers, man, we basically gave that game away. You know what I mean? And I think we had so much good of a first half. We took that second half coming out the third quarter for granted. Now I'm like, I better not be careful. You know, the Lakers ain't gonna stay like this. I mean, they're not gonna stay down like this. LeBron James is not gonna let that team. And sure enough, they blitzed us. They just blitzed us right.
And to reiterate right on what you said, LeBron did come out there and he does what LeBron does. But that guy that came off the bench, man, I can't remember his name. The dude with the little flat top.
Malik Monk.
Yeah, Monk, right? Monk ran a monk on us, man, coming off the bench. What he had, 28, 29 points, man. Something like that. He killed us, man. He really killed us, and he really he exploded, man. He just really exploded on us all, and it just that's where we really lost the game, man. Kudos to him because it came out and he really shot the ball very well, and he got aggressive and he got hot and he stayed hot, and they started running plays for him to isolate and run around and then throw the ball to him and he shoots. So they were making plans for him, but kudos to him. But we just got to get out there. That first and third quarters, man, those are the quarters that we really need to capture, man. If we could get that lead in the first quarter, the first half, and let's continue to maintain the second and the third. I mean, the third and the fourth quarter, we'd be all right, man. And tonight's going to be, like I said, another big game for the Knicks. How many times we said that? Like, how many games is it? 52? Like 52 games. We just said another big game, right?
Big game, man. Everything is big for it. But you know what's interesting tonight, ladies and gents? If you could contain Donovan Mitchell, especially if Rudy Gobert don't play,
right?
You just got to key on Donovan Mitchell. And we just need our second unit to come to the forefront tonight. If they can come to the forefront tonight and make up for that game they had against LA, I think the Knicks walk out there with a victory tonight. I was confident that we were gonna walk out of LA. I really thought that the Knicks, man, when they came out, like, you know what, I got a feeling we're gonna win this game. But I just think that you learn as you go. And I think that third quarter kind of doomed us in. And that's water under the bridge. It's over and everything. But we just got to keep that intensity for 48 minutes. Because like I said, and tonight you ain't going against Anthony Davis. You're not going against LeBron James. You know what I mean? You're not going against the two future Hall of Famers. You're going against up and coming young man who can get it popping and some other good players. I don't even think Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench tonight. I think he might be questionable. So if Jordan Clarkson out, that gives you a better chance. You know what I mean? So we just got to be ready. We got to be ready. And that team came out like they were fighting for something the other night. We got to have that same type of intensity, that same energy, that same compassion. And I'm going to say play with tonight to come out here and get it popping. I think we will. I'm looking forward to a solid game. I think they know what they're up against. You can't lose tonight. Then going in a back-to-back, going into Denver with that altitude, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be hard to deal with, man. And that every team struggles when they go there. Salute to my man Frank Matos and the rest of the chat. Salute. But going in Denver tomorrow in that high altitude, you got to be ready for that, man. And them cats ain't ready for that, So I'm hoping that we can win tonight and tomorrow. I really do, man. I know we're going against Joker tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to get into all that as well. We're going to break it down. Frank Matos, we're going to get into the CJ McCollum, everything. We're going to get it popping. And first of all, real quick, let me do this right here, because if I don't throw it up there, I won't be who I am. And there we go right there. Here you go. Happy birthday to my man KJ from the Knicks Talk family. Happy birthday.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
I had to come in his birthday. Oh, man. Oh,
man, run them up with the thumbs up for my man KJ, man. Happy born day. Happy birthday, my brother. Real talk, man. Salute.
Breaking news. This the biggest news in Nick Nation right now. KJW's birthday. So I must say, so Saturday didn't happen. I was wrong on that.
You were close, man. You were close that first half. I was amped. I was like, I was about to call you.
I said we're gonna break the record. We had like RJ went on 8. Yeah. Oh man, I was like, I'm feeling like K-Station Diamonds. That's what I'm talking about.
But and with the overtime.
Right. But guys, I'm pretty sure you guys covered it in the first segment, but I just want to say my little piece about the Knicks. The first half was great, man. Even though they closed the second quarter, they closed off pretty bad, but I said, man, this is Nick. This is what I'm talking about with the Knicks team. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, sometimes they show they inconsistent, but when they have it, they on. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, man. So I'm not even upset that they lost the game.
Me neither.
I was like, I was happy with them guys played, the way they grinded. It's just frustrating because it just a game like that. Said to myself, I said, you know what, guys? To me, the Knicks season is pretty much done. You know, this is me talking. You know, I tried for so long to give them to say, you know what, they're going to get together. But honestly, I think it's just too late for us guys. And it's the inconsistency of this team has run thin. Even if we make a trade for something at this point, man, we're really just going to play for next year. We got to get ready for next year and create assets, man, because this team is not going to go anywhere. I'm just under the firm belief right now, just basically the way we're playing right now. It looks good. We'll see what happens tonight. Even though we can make the play-in game and make a playoff spot, to me, it just doesn't look right now, guys. But thank you, everybody in the chat, for giving your boy a salute. Hey, something may happen tonight. Something may happen before Thursday. I still think a trade is going down. I know we're going to get into Devon shot, but we here, man.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, you know me. I always got to stay optimistic. As much as crow, I might have to eat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
raised.
Yeah, absolutely. After what I seen the other night, man, it kind of gives me a little bit of hope because I think that game they played was so, you know, that you see the basketball that they could play, that they're capable of playing if they go out there and execute. I just think that, you know, that third quarter doomed us in. But man, Star J was on point. He's on the rise, man, and I just think that Julius Randle had one of his better games lately, other than a couple of turnovers here and there. But you know, they went up against Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And man, them cats is Hall of Fame. They monsters after what they do. I mean, that cat is coming off the 5-game high end with a triple-double. That will tell you who he is. But salute to R.J. Barrett on the come up, you know, taking on the challenge of playing LeBron James, dropped 36. You know, it was good to see, man. But you know, it was a tough loss at the end because, like I said, you playing on the road, you playing against some major talent there, and you know, and it just happened. But overall, it was a good game. A couple of mistakes here, and like I said, the free throw line killed us again, as usual. But you know, we're gonna go into Utah tonight. I think we win tonight because I just think that R.J. Barrett, he ain't going up against LeBron. He's going up against Donovan Mitchell. You know, he don't got that extra side. I mean, when I looked at LeBron James against R.J. Barrett the other night, I'm like, man, LeBron James big.
Big, right? I was saying the same.
Like
his joints all across here. He only like what 6'7",
right. And RJ big to us,
right? You know what I mean?
And LeBron James looked like a man, like a center, power forward. He looked like Karl Malone.
Yeah. Again, Devon shot is certain games these guys wake up for. LeBron James historically has been great against the New York Knicks. He's gonna
everybody want to be great.
It was great. Like LeBron, that the one dunk he made, I'm like, man, he went under the basket with the one hand, even though it didn't count. But I'm like, oh man, but it gotta be against us, right?
Yeah. Hey, he top 5 dead or alive, brother. Where's born piece, man. So yeah, but you know what? We play hard, man. But that's what you want to see, though. Remember, I said at the beginning of this, I said even if we lose, we compete. I'm good.
Yeah.
And to see what R.J. Barrett did against them boys, man, made me feel so good about the future of that young man. He went on the biggest stage other than Madison Square Garden in the City of Angels, prime time, national television against LeBron James to drop 36 and hit the tying, but bother the sentence in the overtime. You can't ask no more than that.
Don't forget about that dunk.
Ask no more than that.
Don't forget about that dunk. He came through it, threw that right down the middle. He came right to that left side and booed that ball down there. That boy, he elevated, man. That was a big man. That was a grown man move right there. That was no little boy move right there. You know, little boys go and they want to do the double pump layup. You know, they want to do that. Was a grown man move right there. And I think AD was down there too. I think he threw it on AD and somebody else.
And Westbrook and AD went right.
Yeah.
And that's a competitive fire we want to see, man. That's the competitive fire. One thing about that game, man, I was like a kid in the candy store in that first half. I'm like, whoa, these kids dropping trays all over the place. But that happened when you play a good team. But, you know, it was all good, man. I'm happy. That's why I think, you know, even though we lost, see, sometimes games like that could catapult you, too.
Yeah.
It could catapult you because just to know that you went out there and did that, it lets you see what you're capable of when you're on your game. Can you imagine if the second unit would have had a game that night? Can you imagine if Quickly would have scored something, Grimes would have scored something?
Just a little bit too. None of them scored, man.
That game would have been a whole different scenario. You know what I mean? And like I said in the pregame that night, we need both of them to be in the pluses. Unfortunately, the starting lineup was in the plus and they was in the minus, and there go. You know what I mean? But I think we're ready for the night. I think R.J. Barrett go down there against Donovan Mitchell, play hard against him with that size and that. You know, and I think we got a good shot tonight, fellas, and I really do. But you know, with everything going on around the NBA, you know, we had a lot of noise. So I think the keys to the game tonight, we go through all that, then we get into the trade talk. We just got to go out there tonight, rebound that basketball, hit them free throws, man. Hit them free throws. The free throws been killing the New York Knicks. KJ, they've been killing us. We got to hit the free throws, limit the turnover. We have 14 the other night against LA, the Lakers, and that reared his ugly head because that turned into transition points. And the one Fournier, the one that cost us the most when Fournier threw it behind.
Oh my God!
In the backcourt, see them turnovers like that. It changes the game. It just changes the game, man. You know what I mean? And we just got to make sure we limit them turnovers and don't let them turn into fast breaking, easy points and things of that nature. And but I do think we come out tonight and get it popping. And I think if we just take care of them things, to rebound the basketball, don't turn over that ball, and then hit some free throws. I think we walk out of Utah tonight with a good chance to win that game, KJ.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you guys said it, the bench was our bench wasn't clicking.
Mm-hmm.
No Quickly, no Grimes. They didn't show up. Them 3 points wasn't showing up. So it's you give or take. We need that extra oomph. And also the free throws. It's a big problem. But the one thing I must say about RJ, man, his game went from here to here. Like, talking about it came pretty quick for him. Started off season slow, but my man really is showing us, and I think he's really showing us that we could really build around RJ Barrett. Right now, we could build around that young man. Pay him the money. You know, I know he's real optimistic about saying, "Are we going to pay him now?" But we gotta pay this man. Yeah. Him and Mitch, they need to get paid. Yeah. And Devon, big salute to you for that. I give you your flowers because for the beginning of the season, you were saying Mitchell Robinson. We was like the man could average a double. 13 and 8, he's right there, and he's averaging that right now. You know, and a big thing for us, we've had bad draft picks. We've been in a lottery like 4 or 5 times, and our draft picks, the draft picks of Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox have set this team back. I'm gonna keep repeating that. Imagine if we had drafted players like a Donovan Mitchell, guy we playing tonight, a Malik Monk who lit us up for Kevin Knox. We could have had that right now on his team. So it's a what if, but you know what? The Knicks brass have drafted well for us though. So within the next couple of years, we're gonna say, look, we got IQ, we got him late, we got Grimes late, we got McBriley, we got Sims, we got Mitchell Robinson. All these guys was like close to second round draft picks. So it was like, late first, second round draft picks, these guys, and we got these guys. So look what we building for. So I just want to tell Nick Nation, we just gotta. I know we've been hearing it for years to be patient. We just gotta be a little bit more patient. The team is coming around. I'm proud of them, but of course, I want to get these W's, man. Absolutely.
Real talk. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Everybody getting up in here. Nick P, Jermaine, Anthony Baker. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you getting up in here.
Block that love face.
Everybody, peace to God, Allah wise up in the building. We in here, man. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about the CJ McCollum and all that stuff, man. We got a lot of stuff to get into, but we got to take care of the segment first, go according to the program of the show. But we ready to get it popping though. Like I said, man, Nick's down there. Y'all see the banner popping up the bottom. Happy B-Day to my man KJ.
Yes, sir.
It's Real Talk family in the chat.
Real Talk, baby.
Sir, man, we in here, man. My man having a beautiful born day, another year younger. You know what I mean? Hope you happy people and keep it popping, and it's good, man.
I need one of those.
All I want is a W. All I want is a W, D. All I need is a W for my birthday tonight. Just give me one W, but we can build off that loss. Just give me one W tonight. That's all I'm asking for my birthday, Knicks fans. And Knicks, get this W. I don't care how we get it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
You almost got halfway what you wanted to. Kimba sitting out tonight. I thought he was going to be gone today. I thought today was the day Kimba was going to be gone. I don't know why they playing with Kimba, man.
He might be going tonight, though, Shaq.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I thought he would be gone already today. Yeah. I thought Monday it's on. Everything. We just seen him the last couple of games. I thought he was going to be gone. But I want everybody to remember this, man. No matter what happens this year, if we make the play-in, if we make the playoffs, if we don't make the playoffs, Two things we will get a first a top 10, top 12 draft pick or something like that, and we get to see next year RJ and Reddish play all this summer. They're gonna be like bosom buddies. They might move in together with each other, and wait to see what we come up with out of next year. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to for next year, for these two guys to really come out, because by next year it's going to be a whole different crew, I think, man. You know what I mean? No matter what happens this year, if we make the play in, which I think we can make the play in, and it don't make a difference if we make the play in or not, because if we could get in the play in and win, it's on and popping then. It's on and popping. Then we need to get into the playoffs, man. Yes, I'm mad that we not in the 4th seed like we were last year, but the teams in the East this year are way better than they were last year during the COVID and all that stuff. And some surprise teams that are still a little higher up on the stat board. I mean, on the standing board this year too, but. If we make the play in, we be all right, man. We need some consecutive wins, man. That's all we need.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we just go down here and take care of business. And Utah tonight, get this W, get a game. We just got to get a win, man. We just need a win. Let's go down here in Utah tonight, get this W, and feel good about ourselves. And then we can get ready to go down to Denver tomorrow and try to win it, man. The way we played against the Lakers the other night, give me confidence we can win tonight. Yeah. It really does. It gives me confidence we can win tonight. I know I'm one of the most optimistic Knicks fans around here, but it is what it is. I just try to call it the way I feel it coming out of my heart and my mind. I think that, after that game the other night, it just gives me confidence that if they can come out here and do it again tonight, and I really believe that they can go out here and get it popping. If they play the way they played the other night and just hold on to that third quarter, like shots, they don't come out with a sluggish third quarter, I think we got a good chance to really come out here and get a victory down in Utah. I understand why everybody feel they say the season is over. Like I said, until the fat ladies sing or they say mathematically eliminated, I'm just gonna always try to keep the faith. But we'll see. We come off this road trip under. I think it's over. I really do. I really do, man. And I know that's pretty much what people chiming about is like, to me, is that if we come off this road trip and we not winning, then it's a wrap. But if we could find a way to come off this thing and not under 500, and the way these teams are falling, and they're like the Raptors and the Hornets. The Raptors lost 4 games in a row. They reeling. Yeah. The Wizards reeling. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we just got to get to that in that 10th spot. We get in the 10th spot, anything can happen. So I'm gonna take our submission until we literally out of it, because I just do think we can definitely turn this thing around. If we just got to get a 1 win tonight. We need a win tonight, and I think we do that. We do it. But listen, man, let's cut all the chatter. Yeah, I know according to my man Mark Stern, Woj, and everybody out there, the New York Knicks are interested in CJ McCollum. It's been reported by Mark Stern that the Knicks are very, very interested in that situation. A lot of people say no, and some say yeah. I think if you look at it from a number standpoint, I do think salute to my man Dexter Gordon. Salute Dexter, appreciate you coming in, everybody. Y'all make sure I hit that like, subscribe button. Come and join the family. Knicks Real Talk. We always in the building, man, each and every day, each and every way. Y'all make sure y'all run them up with the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, support the show, and y'all know how we get down. But that CJ McCollum thing, a lot of people 50-50 on that. Some want him, some don't. Some think that it might affect the youth bill. Some people might, for me, it depends on what you're giving up. And to me, so if you look at it, let's look at CJ McCollum right quick. And I throw his numbers up there. And everybody, y'all can look at it on see what the man operating with. Right now, CJ McCollum is right there. His stats. You look at his stats, guys. For the season, he's averaging 20 points a game, 35 minutes. He did come off that lung situation that he had. 43% for 38% from 3, which is good. I'm an above league average. He getting you 4 rebounds, 4 assists, which is good. 1 point steal, half a block. But I'm gonna tell you something. The man got skills with the basketball, though. You can't take that from him. The man can get down with the basketball. He got skills. You know how to play with that ball. And he playing with Damian Lillard. Could you imagine if he was the main guy and it wasn't Damian Lillard on a different team?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that man will really be putting up some numbers. That dude can get down. He do things that I like that Fournier don't. Fournier is a 3-point shooter, and occasionally he gets to the rim. My man CJ Buck can handle the rock.
Get to the rim.
He can get it. He can hit it. He can hit it from all angles.
And again, yeah.
He can get it. He can get it. You know what I mean? He can get it from all angles. So from what I'm hearing, it was and then let's look at one more thing that I get back to it is his contract. Obviously, his contract is 3 years up in 2024, 33 million annually. Not bad. 2 more years left on that deal. But to me, well, I don't have a problem with it because Fournier deal was 56 million, and Alice Burke's contract is 30 million, and even Kimberly Noel's might be 20 million. So you really in 2 years you shedding a lot of you saving the back end of all that salary. Do I think him?
Excuse me, Divine. I'm sorry, Divine. What's the trade? What's the trade package?
One trade package I heard was Evan Fournier.
Oh, I'm with it.
I think it was Alice Burks. I think it was either Kimber Noah and a couple of seconds. That was one report that I've heard. When I see Mark Steinem was all out there on the out there in the thing. So I don't have a problem with that because you know why I do think that Julius Randle, RJ, and him can get it popping though.
Yeah.
I do because that way is nice with his. Like I said, a lot of people don't want it there because I get it because of. But here's another thing that's key though. Look what y'all also doing. You allowing Cam Reddish and Quentin Grimes to be in the rotation. They are
in the rotation
because you sending out 3 players to bring back one. What we've been talking about that for a minute. That if you could free up some space, you know, you allowing Cam Reddish to play. You allow it, and then here's another thing. CJ McCollum going to attract somebody. He's going to attract somebody. You know, there's a lot of guys because of who he is as a person, his game, his character. He's a class up, stand up model dude, but the cat can get buckets though. He can play the game. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting for me. I don't have a problem with it because we taking the back end of all that money off of Fournier. We getting that back end. We saving that. And you're getting rid of Alex Burks, who's a journeyman. You might get rid of Kimber or Noel. And for him to come in there and hold down a 2, and you done freed up Alex Burks. Now Cam Reddish gets some spots. KJ, that's the reason why, and that's the reason why I don't have a problem with it. Because I do think that we want these guys, to play the young guys. Well, you got to give them an opportunity. You're gonna have to free up some spots. Until then, I don't know. So on what you guys take on that. I don't have a problem with it because of that. You know me, I'm always looking at the financial back of things. I'm always looking at the financial side to keep the infrastructure together. Because if you keep Fournier in for 2 years and don't go nowhere, what's the use of not getting TJ McCollum trying to make a run for 2 more years? You got Fournier for 3 more years. So if you keep Fournier for 3 years, Alex Burks for 2 that don't do nothing, then why not have CJ McCollum with Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, who's consistently getting you 20? Not one day he don't get it, one day he might not get it. This man consistently drops 20-something a game, not once every 4 or 5 games. That's why I like him in New York right now to help somebody with Randle and RJ. We know this RJ's team, and he only here for 2 more years. And he might bring in another guy. KJ, what you think? Well, I'm gonna go to Shah because KJ a little froze up. Shah, what you think?
I see. Me personally, I mean, the good thing if we were to get him with Fournier moving, that means that Reddish comes into the starting lineup more than likely, and RJ goes to the 2 more than likely. So with but CJ is really not a point guard per se, right? Isn't he more like a shooting guard?
Yeah, he's a combo. He's a
combo. All right, so if he could come in here and be the point guard, I mean, you know, for however long, I mean, I could see something like that happening with him coming in here because he's a bona fide scorer. I don't know why he has it. Has he made the All-Star game? I don't think so, right?
I'm not sure. I had to look back on it.
I don't think I remember seeing CJ in a playoff game, and if it wasn't for Dame, I think he would make it in the West or way more, a little more, or if he has ever. But to see him out there as a point guard, RJ is 2, and Reddish as at 3 with Mitch and Randle for the end of the year, it could be something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It could be something interesting.
Yeah, you know, and for me, I just think that you know, you look at what Fournier give us, but Fournier just 1 night here, 2 nights there, 3 nights in a row, 5, and then it drops off. I mean, CJ McCollum is the real deal, man. I mean, I just think that, You know, when you don't watch a player every day, because we Knicks fans, unless you are a straight NBA junkie and you watch this guy 24/7, then it's different. But this cat can get down. I mean, literally, man. But watch his handles. I mean, people tell me you can't even compare Fournier to him. Fournier shoot the 3-ball and Fournier drive through the lane occasionally. My man is a triple threat. C.J. McCollum can get it from anywhere. And he got handles, and he averaging 4 assists a game and 4 rebounds. But like I said, because he only got 2 years left on that deal, I'm pretty cool with it. KJ, what's your gut feeling on the C.J. McCollum thing, and how you think it pans out for the Knicks?
If we get C.J. McCollum, I'm here to tell you guys, I'm saying, Shaka, we're going to get Damian Lillard. I'm here to tell you. C.J. McCollum comes in, we get Damian Lillard. But, you know, to answer the question, D and Sha, I think it's a piece that we're trying to fit here. You take away Fournier and Burks, you got C.J. McCollum, a guy that was an all-star, a guy that's playing in the West. You bring him to the East now, things might free up for him a lot easier for him because of what he could do on the West. He's been doing this for years on the West Coast, and you see his maturation. You bring that man here right now, I think it's a win-win for us. You know, let's see. It could be better now because look what we're doing now on the court. We inconsistent. You know, we got to figure out who's going to be that piece that's going to fit here. So let's try him out. Let's see if it works. $33 million. Guess we cut the salary of Evan Fournier, Noel, and Burks or a second round. Right now it's about business, cutting costs. So let's see exactly what's going to happen. And we give Cam Reddish some more time to get out there now. You know, I know we talked about we need a point guard. Yeah, we need a point guard, but don't forget we got D Rose coming back. Again, like I said, I'm like this right now for the Knicks. At this point, you know, I want to give in and say, you know what, we're going to do this, but we just been too inconsistent. So my thing is, why not give other pieces a chance? Why not make a trade, make something happen? At this point, it doesn't really matter who we bring in because we're looking at the long run now. It's not the beginning of the season. We almost done with the season now, but we're still here. We can make that play in. We talking about playing. We were talking about this team could be. We were talking about 50 plus wins at the beginning of the season, right? And we also said the team was going to be the top 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. Now it's like we seen the other game against the Lakers. The first half we look unstoppable. But you let LeBron James come in, a guy that just came off injury that was hurt, but he plays against the Knicks and does his thing. You let a guy like Malik Monk and tears up. We can't have those mishaps. So you bring a guy like McCollum here, he's a winner. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and here's another thing for me. If we had C.J. McCollum the other night against the Lakers, that game was over.
Yeah, we the one. Yeah,
yeah. See, and I think you got to think about it. Who we went up against? We went up against LeBron James and AD, and we had R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle. You add C.J. McCollum to that team, he make them better big time. I just think that, you know what, because I think he's going to allow us. He's going to give us a chance to get in this play-in, to get in it. And once you get in there, anything can happen. You know, I know one thing you know about C.J. McCollum. He coming to play every night. He gonna give you 20 a night.
Facts.
He gonna give you 20. He ain't like Fournier now. Fournier have 4 good games in a row or 3 good games in a row. Then he drop off and he have a bad game. You're not getting that from C.J. McCollum. I just think that from what I heard out there, it was Fournier, Alex Burks, it was Kimber on the well in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Just for the trade.
Just for the trade value.
Yeah, man, you got to take that.
His contract is 2 years, $33 million left on his contract. CJ McCollum,
33 each year.
Oh, 33. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't have no problem with that because here's why. Fournier is 20 million, 19 million. Burks is 10 million. That's 29 million. Same thing.
Right. So you got the money.
You meant to tell me I don't think Burks and Fournier together is better than CJ McCollum. And then the next year you still got Fournier's 20 million and you got Alex Burks 10. So you either way it go. Let's say if you didn't even move them guys, you kept the Knicks the way they are. I'd rather have CJ McCollum to have them two and give Cam Reddish and Quentin Grimes them spots in the rotation, guaranteed. And that way you developing them two guys because they getting burned. But you got a prolific dude like him who can go with Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett. That's hard to stop to me. I just think that with him and Mitchell Robinson, and you still got Randle, so you might be going in there with point guard, C.J. McCollum, R.J. Barrett, Randall or Mitchell Robinson, that team is good in the East. That team is a good team in the East to me. So I think that's the only reason I would do it, because I do think that I just think that it's good like that. So I would have to take that gamble on that, and take that shot.
Right.
How we'll have to try to do it.
Salute to Frank Matos. Even with that trade that you just put up there, Frank, I would still do it. In the same token, I would still do it. I would hate to give up IQ. I would miss him a little bit, but with IQ going, I mean, Deuce might get a little bit more minutes then. So I would hate to see IQ go, but if this is going to be the end of the season and we're going to push for something like that, I mean, if it's hypothetically speaking, if we could do that, Fournier, Burks, just for those two guys right there, I would take CJ McCollum. Just for those two guys leaving, I would take CJ McCollum, because now you got guaranteed spots open for Grimes, and you got a guaranteed spot open for Reddish, and you might have to the second unit might slack a little bit, because now you got oh no, we don't even see Reddish in the second unit, so it'll be just great, right? Who will be in the second unit?
You know what? And that's only one deal, guys. That's only one deal. You still can wheel and deal somebody,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
You still, here's the thing that everybody missing. What about somebody come available in the buyout? You understand what I'm saying? Now we done got CJ McCollum, and next thing you know, the next week the buyout is here. You know what I mean? It might be somebody in the buyout that you could bring to the team to even get them more stronger to get if you get into the play-in, you just never know what happened. And I think what I like about it, and after next year, CJ McCollum be on inspiring. But let's say CJ McCollum bring in somebody who want to play with him. CJ McCollum got clout around the league. People know how he get down, and that's important to know that you got players who people want to play with. Because some people don't want to play with everybody. You know what I mean? You just never know what might go on in the league where somebody get disgruntled, don't want to. I don't know who this. I got to block this dude right here. I just think that you have to do that, man, and take that chance. You know what I mean? It's not affecting the young guys, because RJ gonna play, Mitch gonna play, Grimes gonna play, Cam Reddish gonna play. So you might be able to free up time for Deuce McBride.
Right.
But what CJ McCollum does to me is make the team more better from that standpoint of scoring. And look what happened the other night. One night, RJ and Randall had it, right? We needed that one more dude. That one more dude. Quickly shot a donut. Grimes shot a donut. Obi had 4 points. Noel didn't do nothing. And we would have, can you imagine we'd have had CJ McCollum, that third dude that's guaranteed to drop 20? We would have beat the Lakers the other night.
Yep.
So that's why I said if the team got to compete somehow. You know what I mean? And I just think it's not a bad deal to me. And
to piggyback off of you, Devon, also, CJ is a killer. He's going down. He's going to shoot. He's not scared to take that big shot. He's been behind Dame Lillard for so long. He is not afraid to take that big shot. He's done it plenty of times. So that's what the guy that gets you to the game, that gets you over the hump. Like the other night, we had RJ hit that big shot. CJ McCollum in the lineup, more than likely he can hit that big shot too.
And he can handle that ball too.
Yes, he sure can, man.
Point guard position.
Yeah.
Let's not get that twisted.
Yeah, he did it. He did it. Now that I think about it, he did do it a little bit when Dame was down. He was running the point. You know what I mean? He was running the point.
He got handled, and he averaged 4 assists a game.
Yeah, he was running the point.
Julius Randle averaged. He's the highest assist distributor on our team, 5 a game.
Yeah,
McCollum gives you 4 a game, and he played like a point guard because he got skills like that. But here's another thing that's interesting to me, though. This is what we got to look at from a standpoint. The New York Knicks organization is not trying to fold, bro. They did not bring these cats in here to fold. I'm telling you, they didn't bring them in here to fold. So despite we might not want them, or we might want them, or we might not want them, but we got to think about what the front office think about. This noise is out there because the front office want this. From a fan base perspective, I get it. We might critique them, the guys. We might say, "Hey, we don't want them. We might not be this." But what do the front office want? Do you telling me Tibbs can't use a CJ McCollum?
Hey,
and what's good about it, we keeping the infrastructure together with the deal because his deal is only 2 years left. It ain't no 5 years. It ain't like we gonna give De'Aaron Fox 5 years, 178 million or 160 million. We giving CJ McCollum 2 years, and then that should come off the books, or it really could be one in a trade year. But I think that dude helps Julius Randle. I think
he's making Julius. Yep.
He'll make RJ even better. Because now the defense can't double team Randall and RJ with CJ McCollum out there. You know what I'm saying? That dude will get buckets. So to me, it helps RJ because it takes the pressure off of RJ because they is not gonna double team RJ and leave CJ McCollum open. You done lost your mind.
Right.
So that's where you have to kind of weigh the stuff, man. We haven't had a player in New York who can average 20 points a game and 2.5 threes all season long in our whole history. The whole history of the New York Knicks never had a 20-point score and 2.5 3-point making guaranteed a game in our whole history of the Knicks. That's what he do. You know, so you got to kind of weigh this stuff a little bit and say, man, tough, man. It's tough, but I'm good. I mean, you know, I don't have a problem with it. If they don't do it, I'm still good with it. But, you know, only we talking about a guy, ladies and gents, because it is out there. It was Mark Stein and Woj report. And when Woj reports something, you know it's pretty much actual facts. He don't be spitting no propaganda. So the Knicks really must be into this thing. So we'll see. Shop Powell and KJ, I'm good with it. But that's, you know, like that. Other than that, that's not about the only noise I know that's out there. But we had to put that out today because that was one of the major topics today. Was that, and then you want to talk about the Julius Randle smacking the guy's computer today, the coach's computer. I mean that stuff like that. I don't even like to get into it. Ain't worth my time. That ain't just. But I don't waste my time.
Whatever.
It's basketball, man. Things gonna flare up. It's a lot of stuff that we don't see behind the scenes that's happening, and that's just on the Knicks. That happens every NBA game. Something happening back things that's really nothing. That's just media blowing. You know, you can see it, whatever the case may be. But you know, like these guys, Julius played a great game that first half. He only had 5 points. So it's like, you know, I know we get on here, we talk about Julius, but he has it. It's just, you know, it's just it's the whole team. Consistency is going to win this game. They played great defense, great offense. But how are they going to do it every single night? And that's all we ask for as Knicks fans. Get out there and perform like that every single night. Like that loss the other night, I wasn't even mad at it.
Right.
I mean, to tell you, I wasn't mad at it. I love the way they played because I know, like you said earlier, it could give you momentum for the next game to say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. So just see some of that, and we still got time. Don't forget last year, the last 20 games, we went 16-4 in 20 games. 16-4, and we went 41-31. The same thing can happen again this year. Unfortunately, it has to happen this year if we want to get to that higher seed, or we're just going to get in and make the play on it. But I do believe a trade does happen, Devon. Something has to happen between now and Thursday. Something does happen, and it's minor. I think the Julius talk is done. We're keeping the Julius Randle. That's done for. But like the minor stuff, to save some money and to bring in a valuable guy like a CJ McCollum, I think is a great deal if we can make it happen. Because don't forget, Devon, we still own all our first round picks next year.
All of them.
We own all of our picks. And we're saying that there's no way that the New York Knicks are going to use all their picks in the next upcoming draft. So we're not going to use them all. Let's get more assets. You bring in a guy, an all-star in CJ McCollum, a guy that played point guard in high school. The guy was only 5'5" in high school and grew, but he played a point guard. Just when he shoot, the guy can handle the basketball. So when we talk about a point guard, we got one in CJ McCollum right there. He can handle it.
Listen, I feel like this here. If you let Alex Burks play the point guard in New York, why you wouldn't let see the Alex Burks play CJ McCollum?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You got Alex Burks playing a point guard. He's going to be playing a point guard tonight for the Knicks. Tonight. He said Grimes is out tonight. Oh, wow.
I've seen that too.
Okay.
Appreciate that, Jermaine. I didn't realize that. Thank you for that, man. But like I said, if you got Burks playing tonight at the point, that means you know CJ McCollum can get it popping. You know what I mean? It's interesting to me. But like I said, 50-50, some people like it, some people don't. You know what I mean? It's understandable. From a guy who I just think that it makes sense to me because I just know that, you know, if he come here and it's time to get into this playing we getting that play in, you might be talking about what we were talking about at the beginning of the season. There ain't nobody on the Knicks, nobody on the Knicks better than CJ McCollum.
At all.
Nobody. RJ got to get there one day in his lifetime, when in his career, I meant to say. But right now, as we presently speak, not Julius Randle, not RJ Barrett can do what that boy do on a regular.
At all.
Ain't nobody on that team better than him. And but I think he, like I said, I love it because I think what he does for RJ Barrett, I think he just opens up his game phenomenally, because they're gonna have to key on. They're gonna have to be. He's gonna keep the defense honest. You ain't double teaming Randall and RJ to leave CJ McCollum. I just don't think you're gonna do that from a perspective of the game. But so like I said, it's Reddish time tonight. Real talk, man. I'm glad about that.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that tonight, man. Let's go get it, man. Let Cam get that burn tonight. Get in there and get it popping. Drops about 15. Make Tibbs realize like you got to play me. That's what Cam Reddish got to do tonight. Shot Powers. He getting the opportunity tonight. He got to let Tibbs know this reason why you got to play me. It's on him tonight. You know what I mean? Now he got an opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunity, Cam Reddish. Go in there and get it popping. Then know what? You're going to force Tibbs' hand.
yeah.
You're going to force his hand. Shot Powers, he going in and get it popping tonight. He going to force Tibbs' hand. That's what he got to do tonight. Take advantage of the opportunity. Go in there and get it popping tonight. And then he going to force their hand tonight.
Just to say one thing, man. I know we want to run our youth. I know we want to get our youth out there and get our youth running and get them on the court. If you don't think that CJ McCollum is someone that we need to bring here just because of who he is and his injury history and blah blah blah, I understand that. We put him into the starting lineup. We running RJ, which is 21, Mitchell Robinson, that's 23, Cam Reddish, that's 23, and Randall, that's 26. I mean, that sounds kind of young to me right there. I mean, anyway, back to Reddish, man. I hope he gets some good minutes tonight, man. And like you said, he needs to come out here and score about 15, 17 points tonight, a block or two, and definitely grab some major rebounds. He needs one good slam dunk to come down the hole with a snare and throw it down or something to let him know, let people know that he's here for the long haul. And hopefully he gets a 22, 20, 24 minutes tonight, something in the high double digits. He doesn't need no 11 minutes, 12 minutes. He needs to have about 20 something minutes, man. If Grimes is not here, and Grimes been getting about 18 to 20 minutes, I think Reddish should be getting about that amount of minutes tonight.
Okay. Hey, Dex, appreciate that. Dex said he's not out of the game according to ESPN. Dex, good looking on that, brother. Appreciate that. But real quick, that's another thing I just want to piggyback that's important. Can you imagine Quentin Grimes learning the game behind CJ McCollum?
Come on. I mean, it's a big thing, man. This guy's been in the league.
My goodness. Can you imagine what CJ McCollum could teach Quentin Grimes what to do with a basketball? See, them are things that we be missing sometimes when we talk about guys like this here. Can you imagine him showing Quentin Grimes to do certain things that, it's crazy. To me, that would be like Carmelo Anthony teaching Obi Toppin how to do footwork. You understand what I'm saying? Things like that is important, man, because these young guys, we asked the Knicks to make these guys come in here and do this here, and then you notice what's happening. Look at the other night, the pressure got to them boys in LA the other night. The stage was big. The stage was huge, bro. That was like a playoff game to them young boys, man. In LA, LeBron James, who you probably was worshiping when you was a kid. You know what I mean? When you was in high school, LeBron James still was only 4 years ago. So man. So it's a learning curve, but I do think guys like that, man. I help these young boys, man, because you need veterans like that, man. That's the only thing that happened to De'Aaron Fox, like I said earlier. He never had them veterans behind him, to show them the way, man. And I think we got to hopefully that, but that's not here or there. But I like that though.
Hey, to tell you one thing. If the Knicks do get hot, I guarantee you playoffs or play in, no team's gonna want to see the New York Knicks if they get hot. Because they got the record, but the record doesn't match the talent that they have on that floor. It's just that these guys are not put together the right way. They're too inconsistent. I'm gonna keep saying that word, inconsistency. But the thing is, like Cam Reddish tonight, we can't expect Cam Reddish to drop a lot of points. But the one thing Cam Reddish provides, he provides great defense. We can rely on his defense. But I'm not expecting this guy to go in and score 20-something points because he hasn't had enough time on that court. Regardless, we know this guy played NBA, AAU, college. Understandable, but when you're not on that court physically in the games, it's different from practice to a real game. So I just want to see, can he be a difference? What difference can he make on the basketball court for 15, 20 minutes at a time? Can he be that swing in the third quarter that comes in and say, you know what, I'm not letting a team score 24 points on us and I don't score 8, 9 points? We need that, so it's what can he do regardless if Grimes in or not. But Tibbs needs to do some other things, bring other players in. We're going to keep saying it. It's over and over again. Like when the team went on that run in the third quarter, it's too many timeouts. Bring in other people. That's all we ask for as Knicks fans. We got to do something because we're going to keep getting on these streams, Devon and Shy, and it's going to sound like the broken record over and over again. They should have did this. Scratch the song. We should have did this. We should have put this play in. But I mean, like, us as fans, we see this on a night-to-night basis from this team. Be like, what are you doing? Just play these guys, man, because you need defense. Deuce McBride is buried on the bench right now. Right. The man is looking like in Space Jam, a superstar, a monster out there in the G League. Put that man in the game. Let him do his things. So, little thing. If fans asking for the Knicks front office and Tibbs to say, you know what, just put these guys in the game when the others are not doing their thing. Maybe they could be a spark to bring us back.
That's one thing, Shop Howard. I thought maybe the other night, and I don't get me wrong, God, I get it what he's doing because it showed the other night. Y'all asking these dudes to come out of college. They just got out of college. You ask them to come in here to save the Knicks. You putting a burden on these young boys that's why I quickly shot a donut the other night. That's why Grimes shot a donut the other night. That's why Obi Toppin only had 4 points the other night. That's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? Asking these dudes to pick up the slack for your veterans. It'd be different to me if we was out of it, if we wasn't going for the playoffs. I think you throw them cats in there and let them learn on the fly. But I think because the Knicks trying to fight for the playoffs, we would talk about going up to the 4th seed at the beginning of the year. We was talking about doing this here. The other night, I wanted Grimes and Cam Reddish there because why? Quickly and Grimes stuck it up. Right. And Kemba stunk it up. I didn't have a problem that night. But I think we're gonna have to get used to this here. Until the Knicks are not totally mathematically out of it. This is the Knicks every year, God, not me. This is the Knicks. Every year we've been watching the Knicks. Until they mathematically out of it, they are not gonna play them dudes. That's the New York Knicks. They now Tibbs. That was Fizdale. That was everybody. The Knicks do not play them guys till they mathematically eliminated. Not this year. That's been like that for a long time. So and as we Knicks fans, I know we had to watch this every year. They said how they do. It ain't got nothing to do with Tibbs. That's the Knicks. That's the Knicks. They've been doing that for years. Even when think about when Fizdale was here. Man, why are you not playing certain dudes? We ain't going nowhere. But Scott, they was waiting till they mathematically out of that playoffs. Then they said, well, now that we out, I'm just gonna send them guys in. That's the Knicks, man. They've been doing that for years, man. And I don't think Tibbs is the only one. I think that's the way they've been rolling. I hope they change to it later and they get out of that shot power because I do think that you got to give these young guys opportunity. You have to give them opportunity. And I think to be fair with Tibbs, it ain't like he don't play him. Other than Cam Reddish and McBride, which I think that's the disservice to McBride, especially because I think he could play better than Kemba playing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think McBride should be playing point guard for the Knicks right now. He can't do no worse than the cats we got in there. You taking Alex Burks, taking him out of his natural position, which is a shooter. Now you got the ball in his hand. Now he can't catch and shoot. You could have just started Grimes. McBride. Started McBride, let him get his foot wet. His defense makes up for his offense. So he still kind of be like an even. He won't be a negative minus because I think his defense is that good where the other guy won't score on him and beat him up and all that stuff. I think his defense will keep the other point guard honest. So I do think they messed up to me, but they did not let McBride play the season. I do think they should have did that because when they sat Kemba out, Shot Powers, McBride should have got a lot of burn.
Yeah, I mean, You know, coulda, shoulda, woulda, man. I remember one of the highlight games of the year that Deuce had one of the highlight games of his season, and how many times we've seen him since then. You know, playing in the NBA. You know, he came back out maybe the next game, and he didn't play that well, and next thing you know, he in the G League. So I mean, a couple of things that we could have did this year, but right now we will see all of these guys if we make some type of trade right now, we will see some Grimes. I mean, we will see some Deuce. We will see Grimes. We will see Reddish. We'll see more Obi. Who else? What else? Young guy we missing? IQ. Well, IQ's already out there. You know, RJ is already out there. So, you know, if we make this trade and the more and more that I talk about it and we all talk about it and saying this stuff, that CJ McCollum deal is not that bad, man. It's really not that bad. The money kind of matches up for 2 years. If we would have kept Fournier if we don't trade Fournier, we're going to keep him anyway. If we don't trade Burks, we're going to keep him anyway. That's the same money that CJ could get. I mean, and you definitely would see RJ, Reddish, and RJ, Randall, Mitch. You know what I mean? Reddish, and the second unit would be probably D Rose would be back. We still have IQ. We still have Grimes. We still have Obi, and you know we probably sit down Noel and let's see what Sims is going to do. You know, for a couple of minutes. If he ain't doing nothing, or we put Noel in and take him out if he messing up and put a little bit of Sims in there. I mean, you want to see some young guys. This was going to happen in the next couple of games anyway. So if we can make a run and we put CJ, I mean, more and more I keep saying it in my head. Like I was with a couple other guys making a move and stuff like that. I mean, we might be stuck with him for a year or two or something like that. But if we really want to make the push right now and save a little bit of money on the back end, CJ McCollum is not a bad idea. The more I talk about it, you know, maybe tomorrow it'll be somebody else, but for tonight, yes, CJ McCollum is not a bad idea.
Yeah, you know, remember God real quick. I let KJ chime in here real quick. Remember when we were watching the late game, I said when they showed Leon Rose, why you think Leon Rose went out to LA? I was trying to tell everybody he went out to LA because you know what? It's trading deadline. I got to do something. You got to remember something, guys. Leon Rose want to win. He ain't bring Tibbs in here to rebuild. Come on, God. Let's be real. Let's be 100. Let's keep it 100 up in here. They did not bring Tom Thibodeau in New York to be developing young guys and going into tank mode. They could have did that with Mike Miller.
Right.
They could have did that with Kenny Atkinson. They brought Tom Thibodeau in here. Look what happened last year. 41-31. They went to the playoffs. That's why they went and got Evan Fournier. That's why they went and, you know, they wanted somebody other than Kemba Walker, but they couldn't get nobody. So they wound up with Kemba Walker. They thought that the Knicks was going to be, and we all thought too, that the Knicks was going to be in the playoffs, getting it popping. That was the ultimate goal for the New York Knicks from the beginning of the season, to get out the first round of the playoffs and try to get into maybe the second and third and bring somebody in to add on to this bunch to get us to that next level. That's a projected reality, whether we like it or not. That's what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? So I just think that that's what the game plan was. Now I might have went a little reverse because, you know, Tibbs drafted these young boys. Tibbs one got these boys up in here, you know. But at the same time, you know, you can't expect the Knicks organization to take $10 million, don't play it, $19 million, don't play it. You can't expect them to, you know, they got to showcase these guys for this reason. Because if y'all want these young boys to play, we got to get these boys off the books. What good is if you keep Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker the rest of the season? Then
right.
That don't even make no sense to me, because if you keep Evan Fournier,
it's gonna be harder to trade him.
If you don't trade them guys, you're not gonna see Cam Reddish in them. So that's why I don't have a problem with the deal, because the deal is freeing up 2 more roster spots to give them young boys the opportunity to play in the game. If you don't trade them 3 for 1, we're gonna be sitting here every stream talking about, man, why he not playing Cam Reddish? Tibbs don't like it. That's what we're gonna be saying for the next 29 games. Yeah, to get them boys out of here, make that CJ McCollum deal, get that 3 for 1 done, let Cam Reddish and Grimes be able to play in the New York uniform on a consistent basis. Then when when Derrick Rose get back, we go make the push. If we get CJ McCollum and Derrick Rose come back to the Knicks, I book the Knicks getting the play in.
Those are
I book that the Knicks getting the play in. And once they get in the play in, that's a dangerous team right there. So I mean, come on, man. I mean, let's be real. I ain't got no problem with it. Yeah, I just got to bring that up because I think we got to look at the whole totality of all of it. CJ McCollum, Derrick Rose, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Quentin Grimes, Cam Reddish. I mean, come on, man. That's legit. Obi Toppin. I mean, man, that team is good in the East to me. I think you got to take that. Go ahead, KJ. My bad.
No, but listen, this is what it's about. This is what Nick really talk about. We on a subject, but some things get spiced, some things don't. But I'm agree with Deep and Public Enemy. We can't. How many times do we see Burks at the Rumble? He's a point guard, but he's not a point guard. He's getting burned out. And then also what he said as far as about what's some man Barrett and Randall playing all those minutes, like he got to decipher them. Like they're getting tired. But the one thing I want to bring up, a couple streams ago, we talked about bringing Russell Westbrook in here.
Yep.
And we all said, yeah, let's bring him in here. Now, despite he had the game, right? But now you take a Russell Westbrook and a CJ McCollum for the same exact deal. Who are you taking? I'm taking CJ McCollum because before we talk about CJ McCollum, we were saying, you know what? If we could cut costs and bring a Russell Westbrook in because we know Russell Westbrook provides defense. He provides the energy. His shot may not be going down, but can he be a puzzle who can fit on this team that we're missing? Yes, he's a missing link. He's a missing link at point guard because he provides defense. He gonna get in your face. He's New York gritty. But what does CJ McCollum provide? CJ McCollum is a point guard. He can shoot. He's consistent. Again, CJ McCollum is consistent. More consistent than Allenberg and Evan Fournier. So, I mean, Divine and shot. I don't know what we're talking about as far as not bringing in an all-star in him in, because guess who CJ McCollum is going to attract? A guy that we all want at point guard so bad, Damian Lillard. And like I tell you right now, if we get CJ McCollum, that's the pathway to getting Damian Lillard. Because you think Damian Lillard wants to stay in Portland after getting go of Covington and Powell? Nope. You get rid of CJ McCollum, it's the pathway to getting him. And guess what we have? The New York Knicks have assets to get Damian Lillard if that was to happen.
Mm-hmm. And CJ McCollum bringing a lot of people. Mm-hmm. He first of all, he's one of the I think he's on the NBPA. He's one of the presidents or vice president of the National the Players Association. But he got cliche. He got cliche. If he was in New York, it's a lot of players in the association will come play with him. Mm-hmm. So they know what that man could do. And you bring and listen. And let's say if for hypothetically at the end of the year the Randall thing don't work out. You got RJ Barrett and CJ McCollum. Now you get that Randall contract with some picks, and let's say if it didn't work out, you bring in that dude Randall's contract with some this person that person to add with RJ Barrett and CJ McCollum, and knowing that CJ McCollum only had 1 year left after that, you got his $33 million back. It's done. It's done. You got to look at that, man, because you just never know who he might attract, but you never know who might say I want out. Let's hypothetically say, I'm not gonna say we need like Carl Anthony Towns might don't want to be in Minnesota after this next couple of years, or this guy might not want to be here. They're like, damn, New York got RJ Barrett and they got CJ McCollum. I can run with that. So you have to look at it in that totality too. It's a business deal, and I think he can bring in another player because of his skill, his cliche, and his talent. So it's a no brainer for me. I know we all don't want the money, we want this, but I think it's a no brainer. I think you can make it.
I just to throw something in there. Salute to Public Enemy. Salute Real Talk P in the house. And if you don't want to see, if we don't want to see Burks playing the point guard right now, and we don't want to see Kemba playing too much more, let's bring this guy CJ into this. Let's make that existent. I mean, who else are we going to get right now? I mean, I would like to hold off maybe and wait for the off season and maybe push for a Brunson or the Murray. I would love to see Murray here, but I mean, if we're not going to do that in the off season, if we don't think that the Mavericks is going to re-sign this guy Brunson to a $22, $23, $25 million contract to probably buy out, pay more than anybody really wants, then CJ doesn't sound so bad to me. If we don't think that we can finagle Pop over there and see if we can snatch up a Murray from him and throw him some Evan Fournier and some RQ and some picks to get DeAndre Murray over here, then what's wrong with CJ? You know what I mean? I know he's injury prone. I know that, but if we could get him in here right now, push for this, at least for the playing spot, or I think we can, hypothetically speaking, I think we could get an extra 1 or 2 games with him on the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good gamble.
It's a gamble.
I roll it.
Hey, Allen Burks and Kimber together is almost $20 million. They can't get you an eighth of what CJ McCollum can do on a consistent basis.
That's a good point. Exactly.
Just for those 2 picks, I would move CJ just to move Fournier and to move Burks. You know what I mean? And I love Burks, man. That's my Mr. B right there, man, and the whole 9. But just to get Burks out of there, get Fournier out of there, and whoever else that we package in the deal is another guy. If it's IQ, I would hate for him to go, but to put him in that package, I would. If it was Noel, whoever else, I don't even know what the third person would be or who it would be, but for Fournier and Burks, I would do it in a heartbeat. Just to open up those roster spots for the guys that can't get out there, because we're playing young guys already. We just missing playing Reddish and Sims and Deuce. Those guys get no burn unless they go to the G League. You know what I mean? So just to get those other guys in for the rest of this year, I think I might consider that. It's more and more I talk about it, more and more we talk about it, man. It's like it sounds like a feasible deal, man. Like,
yep. You know what else is interesting? We gotta keep in mind, we don't have no cap space.
Right.
We going into next year with no cap space. The Knicks don't have no cap space next year. None. And the salary cap going up. So to me, you kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. And I just don't think that the Knicks are going to try to tank. I don't think they're going to, because now, let's say who's hot? If you go get somebody in the draft, we got a lot of young guys already. We are loaded with young guys on that team. Half of our team is young. You know what I mean? And I just think that you got to take a strike on that, man. CJ McCollum could get it, bro. When I watch a lot of ball players in the NBA. That man could get. He only 2 years. After the 2 years is up, you got your money back. You got your money back. You know what I mean? It ain't like you dropping a 5-year deal, $160 million. It's 2 years. Come back off the books. You kept the infrastructure together. Because the worst thing we could do is go get Julius Randle with 4 years, go get somebody else 5 years, then you got to pay RJ some money. We ain't going to have no cap space. So I think that's what the Knicks game plan. The game plan was all along was to try to get not disgruntled, but guys who might be in the last year, had a couple of deals, to bring them in here, to let them grow with these young guys, to get it to another level. And then when it's all said and done, by then, you think about Quentin Grimes in 2 years behind playing with McCollum, he's going to be a way better NBA player. Just like Mitchell Robinson, the way he improved playing with Todd Gibson, because these guys educate him, teach him how to play basketball. Why do you think Mitch is not fouling out like he used to? Because of Kenny Payne and Todd Gibson.
Right.
You know what I mean? What do you think? That's why I said, even next year, if you keep Obi Toppin, you find a way to get Carmelo Anthony over here. Carmelo Anthony would teach Obi Toppin some things that make his game go to another level, just because of what that man know what to do with a basketball. He'll teach Obi Toppin how to use his footwork. He'll teach him how to do jab tests, spin around. They got teachers there, man. And these young guys, they'd be ready to go. I think it's a good move. So we're going to keep an eye on that, man. Real talk. I know we could talk about it all day, but that's the one that's out there that's so live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Before the Knicks, to me, guys, we got to go in there and beat them guys tonight, man. Try to win this game, and then go into Denver tomorrow and try to win that game. And I think that's what Leon Rose. KJ, I just think that man, like, listen, we gonna try to get up in here. That's trying to do.
We got to, man. We parked at number 12 right now in the East. We got teams in front of us. We got the Wizards, Hawks, and the Hornets in front of us right now. Mm-hmm. The Hornets being 28-26, we 24-29. We have 53 games right now, and we the 12th seed right now in the Eastern Conference right now. So we have a chance, but I'm seeing from 8, the Celtics is the AC right now. And then you got Raptors is 29-23. But my thing is, I'm saying that to say we're still right here. We're gonna keep saying we're still right here. We're right here. It's just the Knicks have to vote in the Tibbs. You gotta recognize what you got. And like D from Public Enemy said, we don't gotta play these guys all these minutes. Because what's gonna happen? Them running back and up and down. I don't care how much you in shape, you're gonna get tired. Don't tire the men out there and then expect them to make big shots when we need to. We up for 15, and then we got to fight our way, and we lose the lead. They take the lead in, and then we got to fight our way back to win the game. That's not winning basketball. I feel as though a trade with CJ McCollum could be a turnaround and will be a turnaround by season if we were to get him with some of the pieces that we have now, because there's nobody on the Knicks team right now better than a CJ McCollum right now. So go for that trade if that happens.
Yeah, I'll be there, man. I get it popping. Hey, D Ross, I'll be there. But you know what, man? What's interesting to me, like even the last game, the Knicks did what we wanted them to do. That second unit came in with a lead, but they didn't perform. See, what we said all the time, the Knicks the second unit always coming into the game, and the Knicks behind 10, they're behind 11, they got to play catch up. The second unit this time in LA had an opportunity to come in that game where the Knicks was up by 15, 16, 17. They laid donuts. They laid donuts quickly, grind, because like I said, but the next game they come back and they might pop. Like tonight, hope quickly, if Grimes play tonight, they might go off tonight. But that's what KD would talk about. 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down. What happened to Fournier the last couple of games? Knocking it down. What happened against LA?
Yeah, so it's
just inconsistency. If we need players who on any given night can go do this. You wake up out they sleep and drop 20. You got to have guys who that's what they average. Not they average that a night. Not just maybe consistent. Queen said Grimes is out. So to me, this is a Cam right now. He got to throw McBride in there. Throw McBride in there.
Deuce might have to get some burn tonight too, man.
Come on now, come on, Tibbs. I try to. Hey, Tibbs, I try to defend you as much as I can, but some things I just can't defend. I can't defend you not playing McBride and Grimes tonight. I mean McBride and Cam Reddish tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely. If I'm checking too, yeah, absolutely. He definitely out tonight, guys.
Yeah,
his knee ruled out. So
soreness, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, well, that's what it is.
Salute to the Queen.
Yeah, salute Queen. Yeah. Right. Salute to the chat, man. Real talk. Everybody got it popping, man. Y'all on fire up in there. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know how we do, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. It's just on fire tonight. That CJ McCollum thing got me hyped, man. Because listen, I'm waiting for somebody who could do it every night. I ain't trying to wait for the up and down, peaks and valleys type ball players. Now I want somebody who can give it to me every night. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to wait 1 minute you got 10 and 20 tonight, the next minute you got 4. We don't need that. We ain't going nowhere like that. And like I said, you can't put the pressure on these young guys to save these grown dudes who can't get it every night. It ain't fair to them. You ask these guys to come out of college playing against guys who ain't to come in here and save these grown dudes. We got. That's why Fournier and Burks and then they journeyman. But Burks is a journeyman, yo. That's what he is. He that's why he been going from team to team. They journeyman. Kemba Walker, he ain't a journeyman, but his knees done played a part in his life now where it's like he not like he used to be. And Fournier, granted, he's good, but he's up and down all the time. You know what I mean? Where's that person who every night until RJ, which I think is getting there, the month of January, he's been blowing it up 20-something a game the whole month. Like he said, he's been playing the best ball of his career, shot powers. But we need guys like that who are going to be there with RJ and Randall who could do it every night. I just think that CJ McCollum does that. Until somebody else come along that they're talking about, yeah, I think you got to make that move. And then next thing you know, check it out. Next week, it's the buyout. So you never know who might come on the market in the buyout. It might be John Wall. They might buy John Wall out. You know what I mean? Now you already got CJ McCollum. Now John Wall on the buyout. John Wall, CJ McCollum, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mr. Robinson gets us in the second round easy. And they all buy. It's a buyout contract. You ain't got to keep John Wall. It's done. You know what I mean? It's the business of sports. So if we get CJ McCollum and John Wall get bought out, you could pick John Wall up for $5 million. Whatever. Come on, man. Now I think the Knicks will win 6 or 7 games in a row. You bring them two dudes in here.
But see, that's the one thing you can say about these guys. These guys are savvy like that. This is one thing we have to give these guys credit about. These guys know how to will and deal.
Mm-hmm.
They could draft well, and they know how to will and deal. So whatever the case may be, you're absolutely right, Devon. Just think about how we had such an uproar when we acquired Kemba Walker. But we didn't know what Kemba Walker we were getting. But now you got a guy like Kemba Walker not playing tonight and Grimes not playing tonight. So that opens up at least 15, 20 minutes between both of them for somebody, which we're talking about is Cam Reddish. So, but my thing is with Tibbs is so stubborn. He played Cam Reddish for like 5 minutes, and that's all we might see of him. So I'm not even going to try to get my hopes up. I'm just trying to get a win on my birthday, So I just give me a W on my birthday, and I'm happy about it.
You know what? I think he might play. You know what it is? Hey, I put like this here. And that's what everything got to keep in mind. You know when Obi Toppin get a lot of minutes? When he playing good. If the dude coming in, I see one thing about Tibbs. If you playing good, he'll keep you in there if you're playing good. Right. 9 out of 10 he snatches Obi Toppin out there because Obi's stinking up the joint. 9 out of 10, you know why he snatched quickly the other game? The first period against the Lakers, 3 fouls. My man was giving it to him. And he quickly game was off the other night. Grimes game was off. They just didn't have it. They didn't have it. So I do think that if your game is on, Tibbs know you helping the team win. He's not gonna take you out there because he don't like you. No, you helping the team win. And I think a lot of these guys, that's why I said we keep asking these guys to come in here young, Shy Powers, and put pressure on these young guys to perform when they're not ready to that level. You know what I mean? And then you ask these guys who came in at the 25th pick, the 38th pick, to come in a New York Knicks uniform and drop 10 or 15 a game. So what happens when they lay a donut? We lose. See, it is about winning sometimes, guys. You can develop guys in the same time, but at the same time, if you don't got it popping, then it's going to be – but that's the only reason I don't like the Kemba thing. Even remember how I was getting on Fournier at the beginning of the year? Y'all see how I was getting on Fournier. Dude, you ain't doing nothing. So why you ain't take him out and put them guys in? So I but it's just the money. It's like – my man James told me, I'm paying this man $19 million. He ain't sitting on the bench. You're crazy. I ain't doing that. I ain't pay this man $19 million to sit down on the bench and waste my money. I'm already paying all these coaches that I let go. Yeah, I'm still paying Fizdale. I'm still paying this dude. Now you want me to take $19 million and sit it on the bench? You want me to take $10 million and sit on the bench? I got $50-something million sitting on the bench. Them cats ain't trying to hear that, man. They ain't trying to hear that. So that's why Tibbs got to do what he got to do. It ain't only on Tibbs. Tibbs got bosses too. He got bosses too. If Leon Rose, if James Dolan tell Leon Rose to do this, Leon Rose tell Scott Perry to do that. Scott Perry tell Tibbs you got to do this. The shit rolls downhill. That's just the way it works. You know what I mean? So I think we got to wait to see how it goes. But tonight, Cam Reddish better play some minutes, and McBride better get in there tonight. And now they got a chance to show improvement. They got to show improvement.
Yeah, I just want to say this about like we were talking about Westbrook, we were talking about today, we talk about CJ, the moves for the players that we just mentioned, CJ and Westbrook, is the reason why I like some of those trades because of the people that we move. We move Fournier, we move Burks, and we move another person. The two people that I'm Marcus and Kemba also, but Fournier and Burks. If we could get somebody, I mean Westbrook, yeah. I mean, and that from yesterday or the last time we talked about Westbrook, I didn't forgot about Westbrook now with CJ being mentioned because I believe CJ is a little bit more prepared to do something for the Knicks than what Westbrook would do. Westbrook would bring excitement and throw it down on you, and he would regulate people. He's a constant player on the court. But CJ McCollum is someone that's going to come out there and give you 20 points a night, and that's something that we miss every night. Every night we miss that, man. He's no matter good, bad, or indifferent. He's going to come out there and he's going to give you his 20 points almost every night and some, 20 plus. not just 20 every night, but 20 plus some nights, So that's another reason why I say that. But the reason why I'm talking about CJ, the reason why we talk about CJ, the reason why we talk about Westbrook is for the people that we would take away a 1-person for 3-person deal. That's a lot of the things that I just, as we talk about this stuff, what really brings us to this point is not actually the player. Even though Westbrook is a good player, he's not playing his best this year, but it would have been a 3-person move to get Westbrook. CJ McCollum, again, very good player. The more and more I talk about it tonight on this chat, I think CJ for 3 players would really, really help us a little bit more than Westbrook. So let me put that out there.
Yeah, and real quick, and here's another note we got to think about too, guys. Who's gonna come to New York if you don't got nobody here to come and play with?
Good point.
Who's gonna come to New York if you don't have a guy here already who they can come and play with? See, in the Knicks, we don't got no free agent money. None. How are we gonna create enough cap space to get a player? We capped out. But in order for you to get a player of a certain caliber, you better have a player already here of a certain caliber. Right. CJ McCollum attracts quality players. Without CJ McCollum, ain't no superstar just gonna come and play with RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. That the case, we could have had DeMar DeRozan or somebody, hypothetically. Right. Superstar coming to play with stars. Nobody gonna walk on it. Good as RJ Barrett is, he's still young. You're not gonna get nobody to come here just by RJ Barrett by itself, especially with the way Julius Randle acted. You gotta have somebody on your team who. Why do you think AD went to the Lakers? Because they had LeBron James. Why do you think Kawhi Leonard? My man Paul George and Kawhi Leonard got together because they you got to have guys who want to be able to match each other's talent. If you had CJ McCollum here, I guaranteed you, it's a lot of guys in the NBA that play with him. But there's not a lot of guys going to come play with RJ Barrett at 21 years. We don't got no cap space. And then here's another thing: y'all can't keep waiting because you've been against other teams. If you don't get CJ McCollum now, let's say in the all season, you're going up against 29 other teams might could beat you to the spot. So you still, that's why you make moves the way you make them now, because you trying to you trying to avoid competing against everybody else. Because if you compete against yourself with two other teams, that's better than competing against 29 other teams. So let's say next year we stay where we are right now, and y'all talk about somebody coming in here to play for the Knicks. The only last person that came in here that really truly came to play was Carmelo Anthony. When the last time a superstar said, "I'm coming to play in New York by himself"? Stoudemire did it, and Carmelo Anthony. So if the Knicks is trying to build a certain thing to get to a championship level, you got to have somebody here who people want to play with.
Fact. Yep.
You got to have at least one here, and I think CJ McCollum will attract anybody in this business because that's how good he is. Every star in this league know who CJ McCollum is. So that's why you strike now, like Shaw Powell said, you strike down for him to free up roster spots, to let Cam Reddish play, to let Grimes play. Then in the off season, somebody gonna be like, man, damn, RJ on to come up. They got CJ McCollum there. Oh man, that young man in the middle, Mitchell Robinson. Down people gonna say, you know what, I could do something with that team. Mm-hmm. They said I could do something with that team.
Well, also AD and Shaw, they gotta save. They gotta save face. They made a mistake with Kemba and Fournier, right? When you could have had a guy like DeRozan or Zach LaVine or even a Kelly Oubre in here at the time, and it's what they wanted to go another route. Okay, so they're not going to admit they messed up, but they messed up. They drafted well, but they messed up. Mm-hmm. Now a move like this could save the face.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If we start winning, who's going to look like the genius? They are, right? So our next couple of games, right? We got Utah now. We got Denver tomorrow. We got the Warriors on the trade down on Thursday. And guess who we play Saturday, guys? Mm-hmm. We play the Portland Trailblazers Saturday.
That's what I'm saying.
Safe to say right now.
Yep.
Do we get this deal done between tonight, tomorrow, or even Thursday? Gives enough time for CJ McCollum to get his house ready, do what he got to do. Got kids, and you stay there. Look, I got to take the ship to New York. All season, I'm get the family, pack y'all up, come to New York City for the long term. Is it safe to say, are we picking CJ McCollum up in Portland, and then he'll be ready to play against the Thunder on Monday? What do you guys think? We saying yes or no?
I don't got no problem with it.
Man,
I think because of Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, and Alex Burks is not no CJ McCollum.
Right.
Period. They are not CJ McCollum. You can say his injury, everybody get injured.
right.
Everybody, but CJ McCollum ain't been that injured.
No, he's not.
Like I said, man, look at the man numbers right here, and we can even show and prove his stats. Let's go over his stats right quick, and even this season right now, he averaging 20 a game, 38% for 38% from the 3-point line. His career numbers, 19, 5, 20, 23, 21, 21, 22, 23, 20%, 3-point line, 39, 37, 39, 41, 42, 39, 37, 40, and 38% from the 3-point line. That's his career numbers.
Exactly.
That's his career numbers and games played. This year, because of, like I said, the lung, out of the 52 games this year, he only missed 16 because of the collapsed lung. 70 games, 81 games, 80 games.
That sounds healthy to me.
Yeah, come on. And every now you're going to go through the injury thing that happens, but the last couple of years, but I'll tell you what, I'll take that man over what we got there. Kemba Walker stayed injured. Evan Fournier inconsistent. Alex Burks up and down. I need guys like
Nolan's Noel.
Yeah, Nolan's Noel ain't played the whole season practically. Get all that out of here and go get somebody who can attract some people up in here and make the Knicks look relevant. We've been losing for so many years, man. Come on. Tibbs come here last year, get us a 41-31. We finally get a winning season. And then because we make some bonehead moves this year, we go back to the doldrums. If you would have kept Reggie Bullock and kept Alpha Payton and instead of bringing in Evan Fournier, we might be higher than we are now. You gotta get cut all that, man. We've been losing for the last 8-11 years, man. Please.
Hey, Dave, we would have kept them. I think we would have really threw everybody. But we'd have kept them guys. But if they would have won like that, man, it would have been, but it had to happen. Something had to happen. Yeah, after last year playoffs, we all was like, man, a move got to happen. So we got to get it back if we did keep them, and then we just don't know how it would have looked. The defense, we almost agreed. The defense probably would have been better, right? But the biggest thing of why that trade happened because Alpha Payton couldn't hit shots. He couldn't make layups, but now he's doing good at Phoenix, So, but that's like I said, that's here or there. But I just wanted to say that, man. Like
Kim Walker ain't hit no shots neither.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know how.
And he ain't playing no defense.
But we was all souped up when we got Kemba Walker. We was like, man, Kemba Walker come here. The way we got him, it didn't really cost. Think about it. We all was like, oh man, But now it's like, oh man.
You know what's funny about that though? Look at Reggie Bullock's last 5 games, and look what he's doing in Dallas. Lighting it up. 18 a game his last 5 games in a row. 18 a game. Reggie Bullock lighting it up. $10 million. You could have kept $10 million, man.
It's funny though, looking back at it, you like, man, but it happens always. Teams leading New York Knicks, they go somewhere and light up, just like the year we had Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway went to, where did he go to? I don't know what it was. I forgot what team he went to.
Didn't he go to Miami first? Oh, was it Miami first?
Atlanta
first.
He went to Atlanta that next year, and he lit it up. And guess what? We wound up getting Tim Hardaway and Georgia back. Like, you can't make this stuff up, man. Like,
I think it's a good conversation, guys. I'm psyched because I just know like this here. We got a lot of young talent in New York. We got a lot of young players. We do. We good there. We got enough young talent to star power to take us for the next 4 years. But you still need them dudes who are going to help you get us. Like I said, you got the KDs in our division. You got the Zach LaVines in our division. You got the Giannis Antetokounmpos in our division. You got the Trae Youngs in our division. If we don't get some people to match these teams, we're going to be in the basement for the next 5 years again. Think about it, guys. You got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown in our division. You got Joel Embiid in our division. I mean, come on. When are we going to get a dude that got that qualification to match these dudes' skill set? We know RJ Barrett going to get there, but we going up against cats who got stars on their team, stars, legitimate stars. And you think about what we got, Randall, because of the situation he put himself in. Much I love Randall's game, but I just think that this last month has kind of messed him up a little bit. RJ on the come up, so we get somebody to go with RJ and get another dude. I think we in the house. You know what I mean? Atlanta on the come up, like you said, it's a lot of people on the come up, man. And if we keep talking about playing the young guys, all of them, we're gonna lose a lot of games because it's about a development thing. If you want to say you want the Knicks to be in a development thing, I'm good. That you play all the young guys. That's if we only trying to go through a development stage. But if we fighting for the playoffs, you better get some ball players up in here. And I just think that Kemba Walker and Fournier, good as they probably are in their careers, it didn't work out in New York City to me. It just didn't work out here.
Right.
I mean, Fournier's not a bad ball player, guys. The man can knock him down. You see what he do, but I don't think he work out here. That's all the difference is to me. I think Kemba Walker, he might can go somewhere and still salvage his career, but he's not working out in New York. So I think if we're going to going forward with R.J. Barrett, if we're going to make R.J. Barrett pretty much a cornerstone, you got to bring in some talent next to him. I mean, that really can get it on every given night, not one night a week, 2 nights a week, on a regular, man. Side powers, and I just think that's what we got to be. As an organization, we got to think about, we've been losing for 8 years, man. Come on, God, enough is enough. When are we going to say, man, it's time to win? We can't keep saying rebuild. Man, we've been rebuilding for the last 10 years.
About 20, 25.
We won a championship in New York City. We won a parade too. You know what I mean? And look at me. I've been doing this since 78. I've seen 2 championships in 50 years.
Yeah, I see. Oof.
Yeah, so guys like me who've been seeing this a long time, we might feel different than the younger guys. Because the younger guys they didn't see all the stuff that we had to go through.
Yeah.
Man, listen, we need to get a pop in New York, man. And we one of the best franchises in the world, man, the biggest fan base in the world. It's just time that we got to start winning some ball games. We got to start getting up in these playoffs and getting up in these Eastern Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. We got to bring the glory back to New York City. We just got to bring it back. And I think that we can't keep talking about rebuilding, man. Come on, man. We've been doing that. We've been doing that a long time. So let's hope that change, man. But tonight we're gonna build tonight when we go there and beat these Jazz up in Utah tonight. That's what we need to do. We get a pop in tonight, Shot Power. Let's go ahead and get this W tonight, guys. And this is a great show, man. I love venting like this, man, because that's what we do here is real talk. Knicks real talk. Hyperbole up the head. If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen, I guess. I ain't gonna be in front on nobody, man. I don't do that. I'll keep it 100 all the time. You know what I mean? And we just got to try to, get some players up in here. We got to try to get somewhere, man. We can't keep doing this. You know what I mean? Because if we don't win this year, look like here. Let's say we wind up not getting in the playoffs this year, then what happens? We get rid of everybody, start bringing in more young talent. The next year we wind up winning 21 games.
Yes.
Yeah, come on.
It's something just to think about, man. And we always have to think, I know the front office must think for the right now and also the long term also. So if we can get someone in here, I mean, my big thing is to get rid of some of these guys, man. So Reddish could get out there and Grimes could just solidify his spot in that second unit, And if certain players, if we don't move them, we will not see the people that we keep dreaming about, like Frank Monto say, free Cam. You know what I mean? We don't get rid of a Fournier or Burks or both of them. We're not going to see Cam that much. 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. We're not going to see him like we want to see him and stuff like that. So, and also think this too. I said this earlier in the chat, but even if, hypothetically, if we were to get CJ, we still, if the front office is thinking the way, a lot of Knicks fans are thinking, to move Randall, the best time to move Randall is in the off season. I don't think we move Randall now. I don't think the trade for Randall for Fox right now would be a good move right now mid-season, because if we do that, you might as well say we taking the rest of the season. You know what I mean? If that was to happen right now, because we would have to bring Obi will have to start, and who's backing up Obi? We ain't got nobody backing up Obi unless we bring somebody back for Randall. And if we bring in Fox back for Randall, we're gonna be lacking in our power forward position. But overall, if we're gonna do anything, man, with Randall, if the front office and and Randall doesn't want to be a Knick no more, and blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. Yes, D-Nice, you're right. Luca will come up, but right now the biggest thing would probably be to try to move Randall in the off season, and we need his regardless of how bad Randall's playing this year and how many turnovers he's given up this year. Randall's a double machine out there. He'll grab at least 10 rebounds and he'll get you at least 10 points tonight and probably about 4 or 5 assists tonight. Number one on this team right now.
Hey, you know what, bro? I'm glad. But here's another thing that's interesting to me. If you did move Randall to Sacramento, know what I would do? I would move Randall from Sacramento and if you can get get Bagley as well.
I wish.
Bagley, they trying to get rid of Bagley. He got $11 million expiring. He's a power forward, 6'11". You know what I mean? Him and Obi can share that spot. And now you got a 6'11" and a 7-foot Mitch. You know what I mean? If you did hypothetically, got this all hypothetically. Say if you did, see that's what's up, but it's amazing to me. Let's say if you pulled off the C.J. McCollum thing, and now you got Cam, you got Marvin Bagley, you got De'Aaron Fox. That's R.J. Barrett, man. Come on.
That's different right there.
That's different. Listen, De'Aaron Fox, C.J. McCollum. The good thing about C.J. McCollum, his money come off the books in a couple of years. That go R.J. Barrett's max extension. You understand what I'm saying? You get R.J.'s extension in there. So you got him, Fox, and Fox, C.J. McCollum, R.J. Barrett, Bagley, and Mitchell Robinson. That's a good team in the East for the next year or two. So it's got a lot of ways to wheel and deal. I think they do got a thing they could do. We don't know if this, one thing I can say, when Woj puts something out there, guys, let me tell you, whether you like it or not, if Woj say it probably a 9 out of 10 is going to happen. Whether the New Orleans Pelicans beat us to the punch with C.J. McCollum, but knowing that the Knicks is interested, if Woj put that out there and Shams put that out there, and Mark Stein and them guys, they are legit. They legit guys. You know what I mean? When they usually hear from them, you usually hear 90% of what they saying is the actual facts. Right. So I think we might got to be prepared for that. You might have to be prepared for it. And I just think if you look at it overall, it helps us out in a lot of ways. It really does, man. It really helps us out in a lot of ways. So I don't got no problem with it. I really don't. And Portland would be a 13. Would you say Chef Nick Portland would be a 13? Who's the 13? That's a good question. That's a real good question. I had to contemplate about that one. But yeah, we'll see, man. It might not happen at all, but we know it's out there, and that's why I'm glad it's out there because, man, we was wondering anyway, is the Knicks gonna make a move? We gonna stay dead, KJ? Are we gonna do anything? And so just to know that the Knicks did that, at least you gotta know that they out there thinking about something. Because before a minute, we think that was gonna be a minor move here or there. Wasn't gonna do nothing. We the same old Knicks. They just gonna see. That's what's crazy. If they wouldn't have made a move, we'd have been like the same old Knicks. They're not gonna make no moves. But now we go to make a move. And people's questions about it. So I mean, damn if you do, damn if you don't, I guess. Be honest with you.
Well, pressure bust pipes, and right now the pressure is built heavy in New York City, especially through the subways, Times Square, the Madison Square Garden, 3037 is built up for too long, especially after the season last year and right now. So something's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. What's gonna happen? We don't know. They can shock us again with something. And it's only a couple days away, guys. It's Monday. Trade deadline over Thursday. 3 days. 3 days. Hey, we on this West Coast trip. Hey, changes have to be made. Guys, like I said before, guys are going to play much harder. Like you said, the first half last game, they played much harder. Team looked great. But we just didn't pull it off. So my thing is D and Shy, that it's up to them now. What they going to do. But I do like the young infrastructure. Whoever we get, I like the young infrastructure that we had, the direction that we head into. It gives us more hope for next year if you get a guy like CJ in here. Because you see CJ, RJ, and Mitchell Robinson. That's nice right there to build upon.
Yeah. Hey, I say Matos, I think Cam Reddish get 15 minutes tonight. Kuma, I think the Knicks pretty much already did that. I think they did that. You see, here's what they did. Like we drafted RJ. We got Mitchell Robinson, right? We who else? We got Grimes here now. So that's what the Cavaliers did. But here's what the Cavaliers did. They brought in Jared Allen. You know what I mean? They brought in some pieces. They got Kevin Love there. I think the Knicks are doing it the right way, but you still got to have them solid players around them young boys. Jared Allen makes a big difference down there. You know what I mean? Kevin Love makes a big difference down there.
Exactly.
Ricky Rubio made a big difference down there. I think the Knicks is doing it the right way. I just think that we got the young talent down there. You just got to bring in the right pieces around Grimes. Right, exactly, Queen. They had Rubio. They did their homework. They drafted well, but they also, you got to have those veterans around them who can help push them young boys over the top. And I think that's what Rubio did. I think that's what Jared Allen did. That's why they gave Jared Allen $100 million. Look what he's doing down there. You know what I mean? So I agree with you in that sense, but you got to have them talented veteran guys to play with them young boys, but them young boys can't handle all that pressure. Like, listen, Cleveland might be good now. Let's see what happens when they get in the playoffs. Let's see how Evan Mobley act in the playoffs. Let's see how these cats act in the playoffs. Because now they're going up against pressure. And you don't know how they're going to pan out when that thing slow down. The refs letting the whistles go. And Pharrell, and nice as Evan Mobley is, what happens when you go up against a Joel Embiid or somebody who got body? And in the playoffs, they let you make all them calls. They just let you call it. You know, it's different, man. And we got the young talent down here. I just think that we got to get some savvy veterans in here. And that could really play ball. Like there you go, Queen. Hey. There you go, right there. That's a lot of young talent right there.
You know, I'm going to tell you, Ricky Rubio got traded.
Yeah, for Caris LeVert.
Yeah, Caris LeVert. That
was a good move for them.
Yeah.
There you go. See what they did. They brought in another, not a young dude, a little more dude. But and that's what you got to do. You got to bring talent around people, man. You got to have talent, no talent. You know what I mean? And if you ain't got no gamers, then it don't mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? And I think we got, like Queen said, we got young talent down there. RJ Barrett is young. Mitchell Robinson is young. Cam Reddish is young. Grimes is young. Obi's young. Quickly's young. McBride is young. Sims is young. Half of our roster is young dudes. Almost, you think about the Knicks roster, and Julius Randle only 26. Half of that roster is, 3/4 of our roster is young dudes. So it ain't like they don't have the young talent down there. It's just that you got to get the seasoned people with them. But yeah,
veteran,
man.
Exactly. That's another reason why I keep saying that, Divine, about this CJ, man. He is a veteran. This guy is a guy that's been there, that's been to the all around game, especially playing with Dame. That alone, just to see how we don't all pay attention to when Dame, and even though they may not have made it to the motherland, they may not have took it all the way there, but those when we used to play these guys, Dame and McCollum, that's a problem when they came. You know what I mean? Those guys was, and I could see it's not, I mean, he is 30-ish. I think he's 30, 29, 30. I mean, he's not, he's just really filling out his oats right now. He's really like he's a veteran, man. And I mean, my big thing, and I'm gonna keep saying this all night tonight. My big thing, Westbrook, CJ, Fox. If we could move Fournier and Burks and get rid of Kemba, I'm happy. If whoever we can get with those three, if we could get anything with those three picks right there, I'm pretty much happy, because that is going to solidify Grimes in the second unit, and that is definitely going to put some playing time under Cam Reddish for the end of the year. So if we want to see our young guys go, those three veterans right there can possibly be moved, and we could see some a little fruition from our youth.
Right, real talk. Yeah, Cam and them. Listen, man, we about game time, almost about to pop off.
All right, there it is.
You know what it is, Knicks in Utah. We about to go down here and get this dub. We need it on KJ's birthday. We got to get it out. We need this W in New York the first way. We need
all I asked for.
We need a W tonight. Go down there, RJ Barrett, do your thing against Donovan Mitchell. At least contain him. You slow him down a little bit anyway. You know what I mean? And Randall, do what you do. And let's hope that we come out of here. Fournier, we need you to get it popping tonight. Cam Reddish, man, just come and have some fun tonight. We ain't going to expect you to go ahead and drop 20 or 15. Just have you some fun tonight. Help us out on the defense end. Score when you can. And hopefully quickly get it popping tonight. And I hope we see Deuce McBride get in that point guard spike tonight, and let's get a pop. Mitchell Robinson, Gobert might not play, go in there and dominate. We need a victory tonight, guys, in the worst way. We need to come out here and get a win. We just haven't had a win. We need a win, and I think we can win tonight. The way we played in LA the other night, I think we're capable of winning this game, man. We played a good game in LA. We just, even though we took it to overtime, but I love the competitive that we played with the other night. Even though we came in that third quarter, gave it away, we stayed on fought and scrapped and got it to overtime. That's what you want to see out of our team. Just don't give up. Keep scrapping and keep fighting, keep clawing, man. That's what it's all about, because you just never know. You just never know. But we're going to get it tonight. Happy birthday to my man KJ, my brother.
Sir.
To you. Many more. Stay young. Because you get older, the longer going to be younger, brother. So let's take your time.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I see, every year when I was 18, I was young. When I was 21, when I was young. When I was 25, I was young. I'm 30 young. Your brother KJW is 39 today, and they still calling me young. That's 11 years to 50. I said, damn, 11 years to 50. Well, 11 years to, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But, they say the older you get, the more wisdom you got. I got more wisdom on these things. But you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm healthy. And guess what? I wanted to bring it in with my Knicks Real Talk family. So, Devon, salute to you. Shot. Hey, Devon, the channel is growing. They see the comments. Keep the comments coming. All I ask that everybody in the comments, tell a friend and tell a friend. You can go anywhere in the world. But we be on. Shout out Knicks Real Talk family, and shout out to everybody else that's doing this thing out here. Like I said, we Knicks for life, man. Regardless if we up and down, we still Knicks fans. I just want to leave us on this note. If the Knicks make the playoffs, are you more comfortable with CJ McCollum or Alec Burke and Fournier? Think about it, because everything slows up in the playoffs. The Lakers game was a playoff game of the day. Everything's half court. So I know we want to push, but let's think playoffs, and that's how I'm ending my set tonight.
Shop power.
Divine, salute to you as always.
Peace,
KJ, you already know what it is. You know what I mean? Happy born day, man. Man. Thank you for being here with us. You know what I mean? Sharing your day with us and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's much love always. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. You know what I mean? Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. KJ, my man, Shop Powers. Into the chat, that's where it's at. Without y'all, ain't no Knicks Real Talk. Y'all already know. Y'all already know the chat is where it's at. And I can't say that enough. Without you guys, there ain't nothing to even be doing this for, man. You guys are the best. Y'all bring all that dialogue. Y'all some wise heads up in here. Y'all keep us honest, keep us on our P's and Q's. And I really appreciate you guys, man. Y'all just make sure y'all continue to support the channel, like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep trying to do my best to get better, bring more content. I'm growing. February 16th to be my rookie year, 1 year anniversary. Knicks Real Talk, February 16th. Hopefully we get the show popping, and hopefully the Knicks still be in it by then. But everything, man. But thank you guys, man. Real Talk, man. D. Ross, Frank Matos, Elton Lee, the professor, always in the building. D. Nice, everybody, man. Let's get it popping. And the queen of all queens in the building, Knicks Real Talk, NBK family all day. You already know how they do down there. Simeon Russell, Nixon Bruises, everybody, man. Salute to y'all, but salute to the queen of all queens in the building. We appreciate you, sister. You already know. My man, Child, you know how we do, fam. Salute to you as well. Laker for life, salute to you. The Toro, Jarvis, my man, the Louisiana man in the building. Alkuma, thanks for that. Real Talk, man. Let's keep it popping. Let me get everybody. Frank Mops, I got. We got my man Chef NYK. You already know how we do. Dexter Gordon. Dexter, thank you for coming in tonight, man. I appreciate you, Dex. Full of Sports, thank you as well. Heath Jackson, my man, thank you for coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that notification and that subscribe button and come part of the family for y'all and keep it popping up in here. Everybody, man, let's go get this thing, man. We need to get this W tonight in the worst way. We need a W. JW, we need a W. Salute, my man.
That's my cousin, man. JW, you my cousin, man.
JW, man.
Appreciate it.
He always up in here supporting. We appreciate you, JW. D Public Emmy #1, salute to you, my man. Appreciate you as well. Fitness Full J, salute to you as well. I'm gonna get everybody. We don't leave nobody out. That ain't how we do here, So let's keep it going. Like I said, man, great show tonight. Charlie King, Big Task. You already know. If we out in the building, man. Got Laker for life. A lot wide. Peace to the God. You already know how we do. Yeah, man. Thank y'all so much. Great show tonight. Great fun. I know we had a lot of energy, man. CJ McCollum got us all hyped. Got me hyped anyway.
What's your score? What's your score, Devon? What's your score? Quick.
For tonight, Knicks 110-98. 110-98. Knicks walk out there with a W tonight. That my man Nicaro, Jamie Royce. Y'all give me y'all thoughts as well with y'all chopping. Give me King Britby. Salute to you, Nigel, in the building, man. As well.
Yes, sir.
Salute to everybody, man. Let's go get a D Cool, my man. Salute to you. Always, brother. Everybody up in the building, man. Let's go get this W. I got 110-98. What you got, Shot Powers?
I'm on the low end of things. I think like 103-99. I think it's going to be a close game.
105-84, New York Knicks.
Ooh.
Hey, Nia Walker, salute to my man Nia, real talky in the building as well. Let me get everybody out of here, man. Then we gonna go watch some Knicks, man.
Yeah,
get this W. And once again, happy birthday to my man KJ Events.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
everybody.
Yes, sir.
Great show tonight. Great participation always. Tomorrow's a back-to-back. I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock. I think the game is 9 o'clock in the Mile High City. We in Mile High City. Rodney Manziel, salute to you, my man. I said Big Taz. I want to leave everybody out. Bodega, Wi-Fi, my brother. Salute to all you guys, man.
They got
it popping. KJ, Divine, Shaw Powers, the chat, everybody, man. Let's get out of here and let's go watch the nigga. Y'all enjoy the game, man. And hopefully get in tomorrow. We got something to talk about, man. Peace.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yo, salute everybody. Enjoy the